last night was the Jake Paul Tyron Woodley fight, and for some of the fight, they were holding on to each other and like hugging each other for the fight, which I think they did it because they wanted to conserve time on the clock. That's what people on Showtime were saying, but I don't know if that's really true. I think some of them were just tiring out. I feel like that was the reason why. Jake Paul really never made it past like the second round, so that's probably why he was holding on to Tyron Woodley the whole time. And I think that this was a pretty good fight. I don't think it was that entertaining really. There was some big shots, but it seemed like some of it wasn't that good. And Tyron Woodley, he actually hit Jake Paul and he landed against the ropes in one of the rounds. And I thought that would have been a knockdown in my opinion if the ropes weren't there. I feel like that should have been a knockdown because it kind of assisted him not falling. But I'm okay with that. And then Jake Paul actually won by split decision, which was really impressive that he actually won this fight in my opinion. And they went all 8 rounds. I thought Jake Paul won this fight, and a lot of the judges had the same thing. One judge had Tyron Woodley winning the fight, which, do you guys agree? Who do you think won the fight? And some people were saying the fight was rigged. And Jake Paul said that all he would do for a rematch is Tyron Woodley has to get "I love Jake Paul" tattooed on him that night, and he'll do a rematch. Which I don't know if I want to see a rematch. Jake Paul, you should probably fight a boxer next, or at least an amateur boxer, in my opinion, just because I want to see him step up his challenges. In my opinion, I feel like he needs to go to an amateur or a pro boxer's not well known and fight him next. I feel like that should be the next step if he wants to fight Canelo in 5 years. And then Tommy Fury, Tyson Fury's brother, actually wanted to fight Jake Paul. That was one of the worst fights I've ever seen. His fight was like 4 rounds. It was against someone so much shorter than me. He couldn't even knock him out. That was a terrible fight. Tommy Fury would get destroyed by Jake Paul. I don't care what anyone says. Tommy Fury sucks at fighting. Jake Paul's 4-0, which is kind of impressive, it seems like, but who do you guys want his next opponent to be? I would like him to be more traditional boxer. I feel like not an MMA fighter or something like that. Tyron Woodley, actually, I thought he would have came out worse than he was. I didn't figure it would go all the rounds. I felt like someone was going to get knocked out. I don't know who was going to be. Tyron Woodley said that he would knock him out in the 3rd round. Jake Paul said he would knock him out in the 2nd round, which none of that was true because it came by decision.